H2O. Subscribe to the channel. Resubscribe for 20 months. Damn, that's a long time. That's almost 2 years, but it's not 2 years. Not now, Kev. It's bedtime. Where you going? You going to bed? It's bedtime. YouTube is down. You have triple audio. Volpini is peaking. Well, if Volpini were here, I mean, sorry, Volpini. Sounds like you've peaked. Hi, hello. How are you? I'm here. Okay. All right. Today is gonna be chill. I'm just chilling again today. A little bit of a working session. I got some edits that I want to do. I said I wasn't gonna show you all the little skit I had planned for the beginning of the Occult Crescent video, but that's what I'm gonna edit right now because I kind of I recorded it today. I just quickly recorded it today before I had to go do some stuff, so just put it together as a first draft and probably the last draft, because even though when I say I'm doing a first draft, I kind of just tend to leave it. Kev, I did the bad choice. Why did you do the bad choice? Is this working? I figured I can go check out Stream Elements too and mess around with their chat box thing. I gotta turn this fan on. Give me one sec. So you bought the thing? Was that a wait? Now you're saying it was a bad choice? I thought it was a good choice. All right, we got the fan going. It's getting warm around here, around these parts. I'm just saying. Getting a little bit warm. You're using a new GPU now, so you got the new GPU. Well, that was fast. Oh, I guess you went like into a store and bought it and not like ordered it online or something, right? Okay. Close this quick. My pompadour's doing something weird. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I hope you've had a nice little Saturday today. Mine has been pretty chill. Got a workout in, a really light workout. It was leg day today, but I cut down the number of sets by quite a bit, right? Ihuika Kolosama, 5 of them. Okay, let's go get one of those. Oh, same day delivery? Damn. That was fast. What was the name of that fish? I swear I did. That one was a tough one. Blood, butts, and tan butts. Get your butts here to fight for the crown of XFC. Let the iron mold a fighter tonight. Open 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Doing something with butts. Ihuika. Okay, IHU. IHUY. 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 Well, it's good to see that you didn't brick your computer, Noel. Right? Because that's always my worry when I touch my computer. I used to do Twitch Sings duets with Leg Day Overwatch. I bet people didn't know he was a singer. I don't know who Leg Day Overwatch is, but I knew he was a singer. $30 gold. All right, 30 gold. And you can have some Tumbleclaw weeds. How much does this sell for? What the hell is this? Hey, Sorrel, do we have one of these in the thing? Do you need one of these? Let me. Ooh, we got some octopus. Koromo octopus. Ooh, $400. Let's go. The new... You hate me, why? Oh, IHUY. Yes. Everything's working. The new GPU. Yeah, it's okay. That was one thing that we didn't bring up yesterday, but that is a good point, right? Because these new GPUs are freaking massive, right? So, I mean, good thing it fits. God, these things are massive. He was a caster for a while. Oh, wait, that sounds so familiar, actually. Yeah, now that you're... Okay, now that you're saying a caster. Because I watched a shit ton of... Yeah, that sounds... Wait, hold on. Let me... Yeah. Leg day... Much? Yeah, I don't really remember his face, but the name sounds so familiar. Is he a British dude or something, or no? IHUY. A what? Do we have a crystal bowl? Bowley? IHUY Colosso. Yeah. Okay. Do I gotta go catch one of these for myself? Okay, gather buddy. Don't tell Yoshi P I'm doing this. IHUY. Eastern Marsh over here. Spearfishing. Everything is spearfishing these days. Okay, let's go. Let's go catch 5 of these. Oh, my light's working. Speaking of case fans, it's working right now. You know, guys, I had this weird thing. It's kind of funny how it works out, right? Because at one point, like a year ago, this middle top fan that I have started like making noise as it was spinning, right? Like it was off balance, like something was caught in there or whatever, right? And or something was caught in there making it off balance or something, right? And I was like dusting it out and trying to get everything out of there and all that, and it was still just like making this noise, right? And so I reached out to Starforge and I was like, hey, the fan's doing this. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll send you a new fan and then you can just replace it. And I was like, cool. And they sent the new fan, and as I was like gonna replace it that day, it just started working properly again, and it hasn't, and it's worked properly ever since. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they just be goofy. Where am I going? Going over here. Okay, we're looking for a specific thing. What do you mean it's above me? It's right there. We're looking for ayahuasca. A colossal ayahuasca. There's one right there. Why is this okay. That thing was glowy, so I figured I'd grab it. Hold on, guys. I gotta pay attention for the ayahuasca. Assuming one more comes about. They are massive. I had to buy an entire new computer case when I went from a 3080 to a 4080. Oh. So this is like my, like the, you know, I've done it a handful of times. I've removed my GPU and put it back in, or replaced it before, right? So I kind of know how to work my way around a GPU slightly. CPUs, on the other hand, I have no idea what the hell's going on there, because I know there's like, I always like see things online about the CPU, and it's like the little brackets or whatever. If like one little strand is like crooked or something, then it won't work, and then you got like paste, and then this thing has like a thing over it, which like the heat sink or something, and it goes over it, and then you got like your thermal, right? There's all that stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. What's that about? Got my Red Mage and Viper relics. I think they might be my favorite looking weapons in the game for both jobs. Oh, and the Occult Croissant. The Occult Croissant? Yeah, I don't need these. I already have these. It's like 10. So that don't even matter, bro. We'll use that. Trade Tortoise. Look at that. Space created. Yeah, he's British. He's the British. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of familiar now. Maybe since you're kind of from that time, or you're, a viewer at that time, I've always been trying to find, because like, since I started playing Marvel Rivals, there's a lot of like old familiar Overwatch names that like come across my feed, like Seagull or Surefour, etc., right? And since then, I've always been trying to find, and I've made an effort to find it before, a specific like tournament match. And I don't know if this was like, it definitely wasn't like a big tournament, but I feel like it was one of the first like bigger tournaments that Overwatch had, where it was basically, okay, so, and this was like, I think towards like the beginning of Overwatch. I don't know exactly when. But basically, it was like this was the main event, right? This was what everyone was watching. Team Envious, which was like, this European powerhouse, versus Cloud9, and Cloud9 had like Surefour and Seagull and Grego and CRIKEY and Adam and what is it? Was there 6 people? I forget the other. Okay, maybe there's one other person. And I remember, like, and that was like the first big like pro match that I saw, and it was like, painted as like, oh, America versus like Europeans, like envious powerhouse. What the hell tournament was that? I want to find that and just like have a link to it so I can like go back and relive it if I want to one day. Any of you guys know about that one? Now that I have a decent GPU, you're becoming a snob about how games do their graphics real quick. This power corrupts. Samurai Monk? Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the relics yet. I'm still short. I need 2 greens, 2 blue, teal blues, and then 3 of the other color that I don't have at all. Damn, you even know their social security numbers? That's right, I do. Well, here's the thing. Like, every time I search it, right? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT at one point, because every time I search it, it never pops up like on my feed. It's always like, and like the search terms I'll use, like Cloud9. I'll like list out the team or whatever. But all the videos that I see is when Cloud9 eventually got like Reaver, so they replaced. Or like Reaver or Debet or something. They had a different tank. It was CRIKEY and I'm missing the other tank's name. But I could never find it. It would always give me like, newer, even though they're still old, but newer than the one I'm thinking about matches. Because the roster just didn't add up. I'll ask ChatGPT. Oh yeah! I missed. Frickin' missed, bro. What was the other tank? Oh, there was another one. I was just thinking about the tank. A torch tail. That sounds like a Pokemon. Dude, I could have gotten 3 of the ayahuascas, but I messed up. I only got 1. Is it not this? Nah, it wasn't like this. This was like, I think this was too later, because I don't believe. Yeah, like it was Grego, Adam, Surefour, Seagull was on the team. Like they were like, and this was before like they didn't have this like broadcast thing. I don't think. I think it was just like a stream only. Like they didn't have like an official thing like this. That's how like early it was. And I think I remember in that like tournament, like that's when, because I don't think other teams this is what I remember about the C9 team, because they were using like a Hanzo combo. I think it was when you could have multiple of the same character. They were doing like a double Hanzo combo or something, but the dragon. It was before this. Yeah, this roster is not the right roster for sure.
Me.
This is later. Who the hell was that roster? It was Grego, it was Adam, it was CRIKEY, it was Surefour and Seagull were the DPS, and then I'm missing one tank. I don't remember the tank's name. I'll say as a ChatGPT hater, it's pretty nice for when you have a dumb problem. Yeah, ChatGPT has helped me out with a bunch of problems before, like as of recent. So I've like warmed up to it a little bit. I feel like it could be useful for some things, you know. I'm misremembering it. I could have sworn it was Seagull. Okay, we're Seagull and. Maybe it was before they were actually C9 then? Because I feel like those two were... I feel like it was those two. Was it? So curious now. Let's see. Yeah, I am misremembering. But none of the videos that I watched like gave me the vibe that that was the tournament I was looking for. So I'm still not satisfied, even though I maybe I'm misremembering. But none of the okay, I'll have to go. I mean, for a rainy day, I'll go look at it. Like, I'll go research it again. It comes up every now and then. I'm like, what the hell was that match? Yeah, ChatGPT generate that. I feel like, okay, go find like a double Hanzo thing. I feel like there was something about like a double Hanzo, like no other team was like doing it, and then they were doing like a double Hanzo thing. Like I looked at like that one website where it like tracks the tournaments and stuff, but none of them look familiar. Am I just senile? Maybe I'm just senile. I could just be senile. Okay, so the you know, the time that I'm paying attention for the ayahuasca coliseum, they only give me one. Severum. Have y'all ever seen Severance? I've been meaning to go watch that at some point. I'm still trying to make my way through frickin' The Walking Dead. I'm still in the last season. I'm going at a very slow rate. But I have dabbled a little bit into the latest Reacher season. You know, just to switch things up, just to watch that here and there. You know, just good old Reacher doing stuff, right? Just I'm like a couple episodes in, nothing crazy. You know, dude, I got eyes like a hawk right now. I'm ready to pounce on this fish. I didn't realize. I think that tank teammate you might have been thinking about was one of your favorite Surefour X's teammates. I didn't realize he copied your modern look. What's my modern look? are you trying to say here? Who was the kid? What was that guy's name then? Maybe was it Tibet? I think okay. I think Tibet is sounding very familiar now. It's probably Tibet, right? You just said gods? Oh, gods. Oh, well, I didn't know that you were referencing it like that. I thought you were saying like I thought you were saying it in a different way. Man, I think the tank teammate you might have been thinking of back then was one of my favorites of Surefour's ex's teammates. Gods. Like you're like gods. You're just emoting, you know? I thought you were just emoting like gods. You know? I'm not a cue ball. Who you calling cue ball? Hmm? More of like I don't know, I was trying to think of something clever. The cue ball with glasses. The cue ball with glasses. Well, you know what? You guys should feel special, right? Because when I wear glasses, this is like, you know, me at like, you know, my most natural state, right? This is what I just rock in the most casual environment. When I go outside, I put contacts in because I don't want to fuss around. I missed. I don't want to fuss around with glasses outside. So you should be honored. You see me with my glasses. My glasses. Glasses. How many of these? Dude, I've been here for a century. I need one more. Holy crap. It's taking a long time. I was supposed to be editing. I wanted to get this fish thing. I think, you know, F. We got it. How do I leave? Yes. Let's get out of here. My head is, I mean, you know, I always have a naturally round head. I have a pretty nice round head. But my head is just a bit, like, more round, as you guys have known me over the years, because I'm a little bit heavier and heftier than I like to be, which complements the roundness, right? But there has been times where I've had a more chiseled look, and perhaps you'll see that later, sometime in the future. Fish! What's going on, Keyline? Fish indeed. We fish. Oh, okay, yeah. So I've been working like a madman, getting you know, the short form stuff uploaded to the TikToks and all that, right? Just, you know, getting that situated. I did find I kind of forgot about this one. I don't know if you guys were. No, this was more from the before times, but I did find when I was looking through my old YouTube shorts and stuff to just repost to TikTok in a different format. I did find this one, which came right after the Xenoslag, but this was the this was the Xenoslag Slam Poetry one.
You guys grab a table, I'll grab
right here.
Java.
This was a long time ago.
The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to
Over 2 years
thrash
ago.
as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot.
Try again when you've become a man.
Enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead.
So you guys get the gist of this. You've been watching King of the Hill. It really holds up. Well, speaking of like King of the Hill or just watching stuff too. The other night, I did get a bit of an inkling to approach another Randy Marsh project or a project similar to that. It won't be Randy Marsh though, because I don't have any more Randy. Oh, I do have more Randy Marsh material, but none of the good stuff. But to do another character insert for Dawn Trail. Now the original inspiration was like, okay, like, you know, Naruto or something. It's probably the easiest, right? Because there's so many similarities between the two. But, you know, I figured I'd probably go down that comedy route again, some sort of TV show. And, you know, I was just kind of thinking around. I'm probably going to, and if I ever do work on this project, right, it's just something I'm going to do little by little because I'm not going to, there'd be a lot of prep work to do for it. Thank God it's just one expansion though. But I figured I could probably do something maybe with like, say like Michael Scott from The Office. The only problem with that is I don't watch The Office. I've never watched The Office, so I would have to go watch The Office. So I might start watching The Office just to see, just to vibe it out. I feel like The Office, the way they film it, right? They have a lot of, it feels like a handheld cam, sort of, right? So I, you know, that's kind of a bit more of a bitch. I have to stabilize the footage. We'll see. Anyway, the Inklings to potentially do another thing like that. Or, you know, maybe it'd be better if I waited for all of the patches to be out to cover all of that story, potentially, right? So it'd be a lot, like, anyway, regardless, it'd be a long time anyway, because there's a lot of prep work. Yeah, I know it's a fake documentary, right? So they have that, yeah, that's why they have like that like steady cam. Sorta. A hand cam. I never got into The Office because I think I like tried watching like the first, and everyone always tells me it's like, oh, you know, first season, it's like what kind of whatever. Season 2 is where it gets better. It's kind of like 14, right? It's like, oh, Realm Reborn, but Heaven's Ward, right? But when I watched The Office, it just made me so depressed. You know what I mean? It just felt so depressing. I don't know if anyone else got that vibe. It just felt really depressing. I was just thinking about work and like, oh my God, you know? Maybe I'll give it a shot. Perhaps. Okay, let me do these daily dues and then I'm gonna get started on some potential editing things. Now, we'll keep an eye out on the chat because I want to see if it goes haywire. It's definitely a problem that I'll just have to fix it. You know, they'll fix it on the back end at some point. But if it goes haywire, I might just hop over to Stream Elements real quick, go set something up because I think I could do it pretty quick and get something so fresh and so clean up in here. You're going to go haywire. No, you're going to go haywire. Remember that Make It Rain is ongoing for a few more days? Do the event quest. Oh shit. There's an event quest. How long is the event quest? Is it in Ul'dah? Good night. Good night. Fare thee well. Good luck. Good night and good luck. Is it here? Oh, it's probably in like Gridani or something. Right? It's here. Shit. I'm already going haywire. I'm old and nothing works right. You've aged like fine wine, Kai. It's directly in front of me. Okay, maybe I'll get this started. How long is it? Is it long? Overreact, King Elmer. Here are the sensational Gold Saucer festivities currently underway. A handsome, yeah, MGP bonus, not to mention discounts on a bevy of prizes. Oh, are the things discounted? Is this the time I should be buying stuff? I haven't accumulated much MGP since I spent all my millions of it. Triple Triad classes for younglings. All taught by the Cardinal of Cards himself, King Elmer the Third. My friend Olier works at the Saucer. Okay. There's a thing going on. Judging by... Yeah, I'm an event... Judging by your indomitable gaze and well-worn garb, I'd wager you're an adventurer. Yeah. Yeah. I suggest you journey to Card Square. Yeah. Sure. Look at me blabbering on. I'd best be off, for I shan't rest until every old dawn in this fine city is privy to the Gold Saucer festivities. Only certain things are discounted. Oh, I gotta go. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Pray return to the Gold Saucer. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the TikTok stuff is going pretty well. The Final Fantasy things that I'm posting are like doing pretty good. Like people like I've just been posting like some of the skits or the character inserts so far, but I feel like they're okay. The Mind Your Tongue one is I haven't looked at it in a while, but it's supposedly doing very well on YouTube. But yeah, they're doing pretty good on TikTok. So I don't know. I think people, at least the people who are seeing the videos, like it more when they're seeing it on TikTok as opposed to like on YouTube. That's just the vibe I get. Like on YouTube, if someone sees one of my shorts, they're like, dislike, swipe away. But on TikTok, they're like, boop, 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 boop. Also, there's no dislike button on TikTok, so all I get are positive affirmations or nothing at all. All right, let me just go through this cutscene, and then I'm gonna we can come back and tackle this little by little. If it isn't Master was here, it's a pleasure to see you again. Which of our myriad games and entertainments will you be dabbling in today? I don't know. I'm an elephant. Okay, we're gonna learn about the rumor. Forgive the intrusion. All right, is this King Elmer? I thought it best that I myself inform you of the details. You know, there was a kid in one of my middle school class. His name was Elmer. He was an interesting guy. I am King Elmer, and while it's not technically royal blood coursing through these veins, my reign over Card Square is absolute. Of all our Triple Triad playing staff, I am without question the strongest. Have I not beat your ass before? I've beaten everyone's ass in here. At one point, alas, an unsavory rumor threatens to topple my metaphorical crown. There are mutterings that the king is no more skilled than a fresh-faced novice. I'm an elephant. I am the final hurdle before fledgling players go on to challenge the realm's best Triple Triad tacticians. Overcoming my curated strategies is paramount to their future standing. Like a drill sergeant. And yet my prowess is called into question? Inconceivable. Who would win? The Mahjong players or the Triple Triad players if they fought each other? Hand-to-hand combat. This ordeal has proven rather stressful for King Elmer III. As I'm sure you can appreciate, even the most level-headed among us can unravel during times of crisis. Our records don't indicate any crushing defeats of the like to blemish his reputation. As far as the saucer is concerned, King Elmer continues to fulfill his duties with the utmost skill and professionalism. Maybe someone wants to take your throne. These murmurings affect not just the king himself, but the entirety of Card Square. You must act swiftly, so we're gonna kill the guy. Before you arrived, we established that none of our colleagues are the origin of the rumor. Yeah, I'll go find this guy. By the way, I watched The Accountant 2 today because it's free on Prime. And, there's some fun stuff in there. I think I definitely like the first one more. Much as like to help between my regular duties and teaching the younglings, I simply don't have time. Please do accept my apologies. Okay, The Accountant 2. There was, the movie itself was a lot more confusing, it felt like, than the first one. Like, there were times when I was like, you know, watching it, and I was like, wait a minute, who is this character again? Or like, why are they looking for this character? You know, it was stuff like that. Yeah, the first one definitely was a lot more solid. And I feel like Ben Affleck, like, changed his manner of speaking for this one as opposed to the first one. He was really going into that autistic angle a lot more. It was just different. Anyway. We'll go find this guy. At some point. At some point, we'll go find this guy. Okay, I'm gonna go... Let's start working on a thing real quick. I gotta close this and do this. Okay. DaVinci Resolve has a new keyframe. Sorry, that was kind of... That was a Kai monster noise right there. Yes, it was. Yes, it was indeed. Okay, let me make a new bin. Right here. This is no big deal. Green screen. Green screen. Rename bin. Green screen. Okay, so what I did today was I went ahead and filmed a bunch of stuff. I think this was a test run. Yeah, okay, that was a test run, so we don't need that one. This one, 43 megabytes. How long was this one?
Yeah, a mysterious...
Okay. Okay, so the angle that I was gonna do, that I am going to do, was like a Steve Irwin sort of thing. Even though I have like I don't have a great like accent when it comes to this kind of stuff, so... yeah, that's the angle. So we'll just populate this with a bunch of stuff. And this is a big one right here. Gonna have to filter through this to see what we can find here.
Please.
We'll just go ahead and pick some parts. We'll just yeah, okay. We in business. We in business. So I already laid out this is everything that I filmed in the Occult Crescent previously. I'm just gonna be in front here. Right. So the big part about this is all the green screening that I'm gonna have to do at some point. Okay, so that was a test run. So we're gonna have to, first of all, let me move this up, and then let me unlink this, and we'll just boop, 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 this. I have my own audio channel here for the wireless, because the wireless sounds a lot different. Let me just mute this music real quick.
Oi! Oi! Crikey!
Okay, so we'll do. I was trying to figure out. I'll probably keep some of the bloopers in because it might be funnier that way. So let's just grab this and we can go ahead and move that over there.
My name's Kev, and I'm here.
Oh, this is okay. This is gonna be
Crescent, a mysterious island, and behind me is a big ass lion made of stone with big ass wings. Ain't that some shit?
okay. So that yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah. Y'all get the vibes. Y'all be getting the vibes, I feel like. So yeah, we just see how it plays out here, you know? Let's just see how it plays out. No big deal. Let's go ahead and window this up. Just grab. Do 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 do. Nope. Add alpha output. Boop. 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 Alright. And we'll go ahead. You know what I should do actually? It'd probably be smarter to do it this way. Let me go ahead and grab. It'll be a nice little template, at least for these ones where I'm like crouched down. We can go ahead and just, let's capture this whole thing here. So I can just copy paste this entire thing over at some point. We'll just go up like this. Give it a little bit of breathing room, you know? Something like that. Very good. Very Gucci. Very Gucci. I'm on the wrong thing. Oi! Crikey! See how that looks. Not too actually, this probably isn't the best screen to take a peek at this right now. Yeah. Because there was some green going on down there. We'll just go ahead and get all of that out. You know? Something like that. Not too bad, not too shabby. Looks good enough. We'll just go ahead and de-spill the shit out of this. And we'll clean up the edges just a wee bit. You know? A wee bit here. Should we get some tunes playing? You know what? I play some copyrighted music. Okay, I'm gonna play maybe some copyrighted stuff. Then we'll see if YouTube gets shut down. Play a little bit in the background. Surely we won't get shut down, right? But for surely, right? Is that loud? Doesn't seem too loud. Let's keep it. We'll just keep it nice and let me know if that's too loud. Or if it bothers you guys. I'm gonna have to go back and pause that at a certain point anyway, but okay, while I'm here, well, okay, it'll probably be a scene by scene basis, the type of color correction that I'm doing. Yo, I should totally. Should turn that into something. That's a face, alright, yeah. I mean, it's very similar to. But of a different, you know, it's similar, but very different to, you know, what's that one that we got? Kind of like that, except it's a. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, let me actually go ahead and I'm gonna copy this and I'm just gonna apply this color correction to the entire thing here. And we can make some changes to it as we need to. Yeah, like over here, right? As the camera moves sometimes. Don't need that.
Oi, crikey! My name's Ken.
Okay, it might be kind of funny if we have it that way, TBH. Okay, the first things first. I'm gonna unlink these. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna compound this. We'll call it Kev Lion Green Screen. Right?
It's a big ass lion made of stone with big ass wings. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit?
So the camera does shake here. So say we cut that part out. I'll go ahead and turn this into its own compound again. We'll call it Lion Compound. So I can manipulate this individually. And all the frames will match up when I'm working with it in Fusion. And we're gonna have to mocha this a little bit here. We gotta match the camera a little bit here. We'll see how that turns out. Here's the thing. Do I upgrade this now? Well, we can download the upgrade. So this is... It's very green right now. I wonder if... Okay, we can try to track the floor. I don't know how much the colors here are gonna really affect it. So the movement really starts around here. So we can start the track somewhere around here maybe. And we can just go ahead and... I broke it? It's already broken. Maybe because I just tried to update it or something. Which I believe just installs something to my download folder. No. Installer has been downloaded. It's on the desktop. Okay, well we can do that later. We'll just get some work in here. Let's just go ahead and track this floor. And we'll see how it plays, you know? Let's just go ahead and track this. Let's do something like this. Something like this. Yeah, okay, we can do that. And then all we need is rotation on here. Let's go ahead and bump this angle up because it'd be shaking kind of hard, and we can bump up the search area a wee bit here. Let's go something like that. And let's go ahead and create that as the starting point. And we can track this forward. It terminated for some reason. Why did it do that? Is it the colors? Are the colors messing with it? Why did it just terminate? That is strange. Why would it do that? Do that. Okay, we're gonna do something different then. I'm gonna delete that. Let's just go ahead and track this top part up here. This thing right here. Yeah. Let's just do it from there and see how that plays. It's probably the color here, right? Because every frame, yeah, that might be messing it up. Let me just bump up the angle a little bit, and then we'll just play it through, and then we'll see how it plays with these shakes. We're paying attention to this little square over here. It's gonna be shaking here in a hot second. That didn't play well. Let me really bump up the search area and the angle here. And let's see if that plays. There it is. Now it's holding. Now it's holding. It's going with the shakes. It's moving with them shakes. Here we go, baby. We're in business. Go, program, go. This is great. Is YouTube up? Have we been copyrighted yet? I feel like they're a little bit, maybe they're a little bit more lax when it comes to that. It's only until after where they're like, hey, you have copyrighted stuff. Okay, it looks like the shaking might be done here. Yeah, I think the shaking is done. Oh, there's still more shaking. Okay, we're gonna take this one. This is what we'll do. We'll take that, we'll end that one there, and I'm gonna just copy this. And so we have the same little thing here, except here, we'll make the starting point. We'll make our in point about here, and our out point like out here or something, right? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, well that's tracking. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna go. This might be a little bit of a lengthier track. Oh, hit the restroom real quick. How's it looking? Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Let's do that. Okay, let's pause that. You know what? This could be our endpoint right here. Well, we already have it tracked, so it's not a big deal. So it was holding here, and then over here is where it... So we really need to increase that search area, I think. Especially vertically, and we'll increase... Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if it holds now. No.
Fresh Kid Z, Fresh Kid C, yes, sir. Fresh Kid P, Fresh Kid T. Oh yeah, we back. Oh, and Zafoon, by the way. Yeah, Jones. Yeah. Chitty bang, and we pretty much amazing. Can we hear your new song, please? I got you. Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was
maybe my search area is a little too large here. Is it the angle? Let's do angle. Why it keeps deselecting that. I'm gonna increase the angle by a shit ton here. No. Okay, another thing I can try is we can just go ahead and go ahead and add to this. It's the wrong hotkey. I just want to control G. Oh. Control G. Let's just go ahead and try to add a little bit down here and see if that helps it hold. That might be my best bet here. Okay. I'm gonna drop that down.
So fresh how we flow, everybody get this style from us. Once was a kid with the other little kids, now I'm ripping up shows and the fans going wild with us.
This is very problematic. All right, let's see. Hello? Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, I moved over there. Oh, why is that at a 2 right now? Guys, I don't know what's happening. Why is that at a 2? Oh, you know why? Because I had a keyframe there. Why is this angle so high? Why is it doing this to me? But why? But why? Please. Please. Okay. Okay. I'm overloading the program at the moment. Is working a little overtime right now. This for all the things that I need to track, this is probably the most complicated one because of all the shaking. I actually never ran into so much issues with this until now. You know what? If it just kind of slightly moves, like... As long as this part's consistent here, I might be able to work around it. I could just keyframe it back in the actual edit. Because I think we'll include more camera shaking and stuff anyway, so... It could be doable. That's what I'm trying to say. Could be doable. Alright, we're just gonna let it do its thing. Oh, it doesn't help that I have the game open here too. This was pretty much the experience when I was working on, oh boy, I was working on the Randy Marsh video. So here is where I want to just bring this back up. Let's just try to do this, something like that. Okay, guys. This one did not work out as planned here. Let me just end this one. Maybe I'll start fresh over here. Now, to be clear, I guess the ceiling is kind of somewhat moving along with it too. Not really. Not quite. Kind of does, but also not really. Let me just try to do something up here. That could potentially be, it could be a fix, perhaps. Let me just bump this up a little bit. Let's see what it wants to do here. Yeah, it's definitely not moving as aggressively as this one. In the back. That's really where it's supposed to end, though. I'll just keep that one saved. And then maybe... I can try this again and see if it wants to cooperate here, which I don't think it will, but you never know. Let's see. Yeah, it's the colors down there. It's because it's the rotation over there. It's that blur over there that's really making it wonky. Let me really consolidate this thing down here too. This. Right here is where it loses it. But that could potentially be solved if I bump the shit out of that, I feel like. Right? Almost. I mean, if it stays kind of consistent right here, like I said before, this could theoretically work. I could just... Okay, it's consistent. It's consistent. I think we just work with that. I think we just... Okay, we'll use that one. So layer 6. Let's call it... Use this too. That's how I'll name this. So we have... one right here. What am I doing? Why am I so confused right now? Use this one. Okay. All right, let's just copy this. Okay. So let's paste this thing in here. And we'll grab Kev Lion green screen here, and then we'll just throw this down.
So we'll get a transform track here too. Guess I probably want to put my foot like around here somewhere. Then this is back here is where it starts shaking again. Am I lagging? I'm lagging right now. I am lagging right now. Damn, we struggling right here, right now? There's no way. There's no way, though. Who's making me laggy? Let me go back here. Alright, encoder is overloaded. I need to close out some things here. You know, maybe I'll exit the game here too. Might help, maybe. So it's more than right. I try and set some light on the man. Not many people of this planet understand. I've got some issues that nobody can see. Aha! Okay. So here, so about here is where we can end this one. So 755 right here is where we'll trim that, and then starting on 756, that's when we'll bring in. I'll bring this in again here. This one will start 756, and we'll go back in here, and let's just go grab the other track. Export track. Copy this over. We'll throw this down. And then I'll copy this on over. And yeah, there's something 755, so that should start. Should start 756 all the way to the end here. 756. So this is workable. This is workable. You can see where the tracker kind of just shifted. It's where my body just goes like that. So that's fixable. That's definitely fixable here. I think the first thing to consider is that there's a bit of a shift right here. We got a little something right here. Let's just get these. I think this size needs to come up just a little bit. I mean, that's probably good enough. It's not very noticeable. You're not going to notice that one split frame, but here is where we gotta...
So it looks like the track is holding all the way here, up until here. And then here is where things get wonky. So I just course correct. We just something like that, right? We just adjust the angle again. We can bring us back here, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then with all the shaking, it shouldn't be still a little wonky. Okay, for reference. So this needs to come back up like that. We're just doing our own correction here. So my butt is basically kind of like over here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Might even be a little bit more up. Slightly. Here is where... How come this track didn't... I'm gonna open this back up. Let's take a peek over here again. What happened at the end over here? That's what it is. There's another shake that I just didn't capture. You know what? That's fine. We'll we can go ahead and just create a new one right here, starting from right here. There's no more colors, you know, messing around with this, so this should probably work pretty well here. So let's do that. Let's do that, and then we'll just boop, 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 boop. Give it a little bit of angle, and let's see. Holding up pretty well until right about there. Here is where it gets wonky, right here. So from here, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. I was just in such disbelief at how poorly that worked. Let me start fresh. I'm gonna start fresh. We're gonna start fresh. Let me just, because the ground is gonna have that. Wow. Right here again. Let me just capture this thing. Just really just. Kind of been on like a Kid Cudi vibe lately. I'm just gonna try to just capture whatever's in here. This brings me back to high school, you know? Let's do that. And we'll mark this in right here. Bro, why they make this so difficult though, bro? But why? Terminated. Why? Why'd you terminate? Let me try to... You know what it might be? It might be because it's losing the track on the right side of the screen as it ships. So if I keep adjusting this, that could be a potential workaround here. Let's see. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna bring this all up. We'll make that tracking area a little smaller like we did before. Let's just bring this all in. In.
The end is never the end. A new
You know what? F it. You know what? You know what? F it. I'm gonna manually keyframe this bitch.
A new level of growth he must confront.
It's on.
The machine and the
We're doing it.
This is the journey of the man on the moon.
We're doing it. Right here. Right here is where it starts. Boom. Boom, boom. You guys ready? Bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Let's find a nice reference point. Where's my ass? My ass is kind of at this cross section right here. Somewhat. You know? So I'm gonna bring this bitch down, like, right? As long as it looks somewhat believable. Right? And we just bring it back up a little bit. As long as it's kind of moving in the same direction, right? Yeah, then we taking a big dump right here, right? Big old dump right there. Then a smaller dump. And then a big old jump up right about here is where my ass was.
Yeah, in this submission till it's over, I'm on you for real. Appreciative to this day, and I'm showing you.
We're going down a little bit. What is my guy frozen right here? Okay, no. I'm just acting.
Cause this look in your eye can see a better me. A nigga love you like the letter C. You change the doggy's pedigree. You feel that on the real girl when you fell back.
Just move this up a little bit. Just move this up a little bit. Let's bring this down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit more. Bring this down even more. Goes up a tiny bit. Goes up even more, like that.
Like for real, for real.
So much to say about love, the words never tell me. But if it's up to me, I try to show you for the rest of my life.
Going down. Going down even more. It holds there. It holds there. We'll just keyframe that in. Hold that spot so it's not moving like a ghost frame. And then we back up and our ass is back at the cross section. And it goes up a little bit more. And it's still shaking. Why? Why? How much shaking you gonna do, bud? Jeez, bro. Jeez, broski. Let's see. I have no idea how this is gonna look, TBH. It might look okay, but it might not look okay. If I'm gonna throw a camera shake on the overall composition, so it should help. Okay, we're manually keyframing, just little movement right there. Okay, we got it. We're gonna see how this looks. You know, that looks pretty good. I feel like that looks pretty good. That looks great. That looks great. That looks great, actually. You know? I think that's good. I think that looks good. All right, let's see. How's it looking?
Oi, crikey! My name's Kev, and I'm here on the occult crescent, a mysterious island. And behind me is a big-ass lion made of stone with big-ass wings. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit?
Okay.
Oi, crikey!
Here's the question. What kind of audio track are we doing? So if we go look up like a Steve Irwin thing, I kind of briefly looked at one. It's been a while since I've watched Steve Irwin. Did he have like music? Steve Irwin. Like what's a nice...
Makes here for the often denial, aggression to retaliate.
Retaliate. Kai, can you do an Australian accent? Maybe I should have had you dub for me.
A mobile menu for from our as natural life as possible, which means there's grows into.
That would have been kind of funny if you if you dubbed over me. I'm trying to figure out if I want to include. Oh, by the way, they expanded their equalizer here quite a bit. You have a lot more points to work with. I think what I do for these ones is I realize I need a bit of more high end on this here. Anyway.
Oi, crikey! My name's Kev, and I'm here on the occult crescent, a mysterious island. And behind me is a big-ass lion made of stone with big-ass wings. Ain't that some shit? Some shit.
Yeah, we can have the music playing under there. We can have the music playing under there. This is it. This is the bit. This is it. This is it. This is everything. Now I could make it a little more cleverer, but that would actually be a bit. I was gonna say. Yeah, I would have to track it. I was gonna say I could put myself behind this, but that would be a bitch to do, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so now we got the tortoise scene.
Yeah. Now this island is home. Now this island is home. Now this island is home. This island is home to mysterious creatures. Now this island is home.
Okay, so we'll throw this part in here. I'm gonna bring this over here. We'll keep those cuts in.
Now
we'll grab something.
Crikey! My name's Kev. This island is home.
Let's do something like this. Let me unlink these so I have these here. Let me just grab this like this, so I know. Yeah, we'll add some cheeky little some boops in there. Right. Let's just throw in like one of these.
Now this island. Now this island. Now this island.
You can start this about here.
Now this island is home.
You can do something like this.
Home.
Just cut it like that. Yeah. I'll do it like this. I'll reuse the same part here.
Home. Now this island is home.
This is so stupid, dude. This is redonkulous. Just saying.
Home. Now this island is home.
It's a bit redonkulous. Just do that. We'll reuse this over here.
Is home. Now this island is home.
We need the sound back here. Okay, and then we get the real take in here somewhere.
This island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look.
This is so stupid.
Bags of coin.
This is so dumb. It's gonna be great. This is so dumb. It just might work. By golly, we're gonna do it. By golly, we're going with that.
Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin.
So the beautiful part about this scene is I don't have to track anything. So the question is, where do I want to put myself? That's the biggest question here. Was that my? That's probably.
Just look at this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Is home to many mysterious ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise. Giant bags of coin. Now this.
Maybe we use this one.
Now this island is ran with big ass.
There's my ass right there. Oh, that was my ass. Don't worry about it.
Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise.
Let's throw this one in here and see how this one feels.
Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Now just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin. Mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Now just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin.
That's my Australian accent. I don't know. Which one maybe I like this one more.
To many mysterious creatures, like this big ass.
Oh, there's two of us over here right now.
Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. I like that one. That one. I vibe with that one, you know? You know what I mean?
Now this island is home. Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Look at how the denizens of the tortoise giant bags of coin.
Oh yeah, I was gonna censor. I really just say ass. I have an F-bomb in here somewhere, but maybe I censor the ass.
Crikey! My name's Cam here on the Aquarius Island, and behind me is a big ass lion.
Yeah, we'll just censor it out. We'll just censor that out right there. I don't need this in here or these in here. I don't need this in here. I don't need this in here either. I don't need this in here. I have a keyline PNG here. I don't need these, but it might be kind of funny to have those, but I don't. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get our fart sound. That's my chosen sensor. My fart. My fart poof. That's what it's called.
It's a big lion. It's a big lion. It's a big lion. It's a big lion. Big lion. Big lion. Big. Big lion. Made of stone. With big ass.
Let's just do that. Let me just condense this so I can, you know what? I'm gonna color code this so I can like making those orange.
With big wings. Big wings. Big wings. Big wings. Ain't that some shit? Some shit.
I know, I mean, from all that I've like, you know, read or heard about, like, you got to be careful with, well, you can make the choice to be more careful about swearing in like the first certain 30 seconds or so of a video.
Now this island.
Okay.
Now this island.
Here's what I need to do. I need to copy over my equalizer to this as well.
Is home. Now this island is home. Now this island is home. Home. Now this island is home. Now this island is home to many mysterious creatures, like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how the denizens of this island seek to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin.
Okay, so I'm gonna squat myself over to this left side of the screen.
Just look at how the denizens seek to.
Could even maybe bring myself down a little bit. Something about here is probably good, and I gotta get in here and adjust this over yonder, like so. Something like that works.
Like this big ass capitalistic tortoise. Just look at how.
Yeah, that works. And then we can just copy paste this on over. Pitch, position, scale, color correction, apply.
Now this island is home. Now this island is home. Now this island is home to many mysterious to appease the tortoise with giant bags of coin.
Okay, next we have little arms. What I call this one little arms.
Now this island.
This is my butt.
Look at its predator. Just look at its itty bitty arms and big ass sharp teeth. Holy shit. Now right here we have what you would call right here is what we call an apex predator. Just look at its. Now right here is what we call an apex predator, a cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just look at its itty bitty arms and big ass sharp teeth. Ain't that some shit?
Okay. Okay, there it is. Yeah, this is gonna be great. I hope you guys will like this part. Okay, so unfortunately,
now right here is what we call an apex predator, a cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just look at its bags of coin. Now right here is what we call of coin. Now right.
okay, so this and this, let's just cut it about here.
Of coin. Now right here is what we call an apex predator, a cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just look at its itty bitty arms.
Okay, and let's copy that over.
And big ass sharp teeth. Ain't that some shit? shit.
Okay, so that works. So we'll just cut that down right about there. And then for this one, I feel like I gotta make myself a wee bit smaller. Right? Something like that. Something about here. Maybe something like this. Yeah, let's do something like that. I think that can work well enough. And then we just go in here, and then let's just bring this down like so, baby. There we go. Yeah.
Coin. Now right here is what we call an apex predator, a cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just look.
Now we got the aquatic life. Perfect.
There are aquatic animals. It uses to feast on the denizens of this island. It's currently small on a leg day.
I think that's the cut.
Sharp teeth.
Yeah, this is the one.
Feast on the denizens of this island.
Okay, so we do that. Boom. See, once we get past that one part, right? It's a lot easier. A lot easier. So we'll just grab all these. Boom. Bring those over.
Shit. There are aquatic animals.
Alright, I'm gonna unlink this for now. Let's just copy that over. Okay.
Shit. There are aquatic animals.
We'll go in here. Let's go ahead and fix up the side right here so we don't get any of that clip in. Then I'll stay on this left side of the screen. Probably good enough.
Big ass sharp teeth. Ain't that some shit? There are.
Okay. And let me just bring these down. Yeah.
Aquatic animals. That use the feast on the denizens of this island.
Why did this guy ruin my shot?
Big ass sharp teeth that he uses to feast on the denizens of this island.
Okay, so perhaps that means I must enlarge myself a wee bit more. Enlarge a little bit.
There are aquatic animals living in the ocean surrounding the occult crescent, like this big ass shark with big ass sharp teeth that he uses to feast on the denizens of this island. On the denizens of this island.
Because that guy is yay big.
This island.
Okay, so we'll cut that about there, and then we'll do something like that. Okay. I have this small section that I recorded later. It's one of these.
Now behind me are big ass chimera. They're trying to eat the shit out of me. Sometimes the environments are.
Okay. Okay, that's the cut right there. I know that's the cut. Let me paste this over here. So we got this.
Now behind me.
How does this look? This one is interesting because maybe I'd fusion this one. Let me drop this down though. Copy paste this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just fusion the. I'm not in the green screen, so you know. So they did get a new magic mask update. Let's see how good this is. Let's see how good this is. I don't know if it was just a color page update or what, but we can just check. We can see how magical this technology is now after the update. Drag it. Oh, my bad. Yo, that looks kind of that looks kind of hot. Okay, there's a little bit of I'm gonna lower that threshold slightly like this. And just bring that down a tad like that. That should be pretty good.
Now behind me, a big ass chimera. They're trying to eat the shit out of me.
Okay, I might need. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Unfortunately, I didn't get good footage of this, so. I could play it two ways. One, I could slow this footage down even more, 50%. I mean, these things run slow as shit anyway, but that might look a little awkward, and that might be enough to cover what I need.
They're trying to eat the shit out of me. Get out of me. Now behind me.
Actually, I could save some frames by bringing this up.
Now behind me, a big ass chimera. They're trying to eat the shit out of me.
Here's where it starts rotating. Does that look unnatural?
Me.
Maybe, maybe not.
Trying to eat the shit out of me. Now behind me, a big ass chimera. They're trying to eat the shit out of me.
Okay. You know, I think that works. I think that works well enough. I think that works well enough indeed. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna finish out these last ones, or at least this one's over here.
On the occult crescent.
Yeah, that's okay. We have nighttime scene now.
It's currently nighttime, but big. On its belly. This might be.
Okay, so I just did one take. Yeah, I was kind of in a rush here, but you know, sometimes I'm always like a. Let's grab that. I'm always down for the one take wonders. A lot of the time.
Now it's currently
Let's do that.
nighttime on the island, but this is when the really big and spooky stuff comes out.
Okay. We'll do all the color correction and stuff later. So again, the beauty of this scene is I don't really have to do much here.
Just look.
So I just need to bring these down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby.
Big ass boo with a big ass gaping maw on its belly.
Okay, then we got the golem here. Golem scene. Golem. The golem scene. What's this one?
And this might be a big ass golem, but this golem does not have a big ass. This is what you get, and this.
Okay, I think that's the one.
Come on, it's so every day. Come on, it's so stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, we can leave that in there.
Escaping maw on its belly.
Yeah, let's you know what? I probably want to copy paste this. I'm gonna relink these. I don't know why I unlinked those, but I did. We'll just cut that there. We'll bring the color bars back. I just lost a clip somewhere, so I gotta repopulate that. Here.
And this might be a big ass golem, but this might skip the leg day. Come on, it's so stupid.
Okay, we gonna do that. We gonna do that, and then let's go ahead. We just plop this thing. I gotta fix up the edge over here just slightly, like so. Probably bring this down a little bit.
So stupid.
Yeah, let's actually bring it back up. Okay. Okay. Very good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I see what we're working with here. So we can just cut it. You know what?
And this might be.
So I gotta be a lot smaller here, but I stand up, so it's okay. We'll just cut it earlier.
And this.
So let's go ahead and drop this about there. Drop this about there. We drop in and we drop in. Very good.
This might be a big ass have. A big ass. This is what you skip a leg day. Oh my, it's so stupid. So stupid.
We'll just cut it right there and then we do this.
Oh my, it's so stupid.
We'll continue this out. Cut it here, bring it there. Boom. Treasure. Treasure time.
The locals love these.
Okay, so this. Oh, so what happened when I was filming? Because I had my little recorder in my pocket. Right here, when I bent down, I hit my body hit the mute button, so all of this was not recorded there. So I had to go back in. Oh, let me just copy paste this over. That. Pretty well. Yeah. Bring that down like this. We'll relink these.
Treasure chest. Now these can be found. Amounts of ribbon. Now they say that being amounts of ribbon. We found ourselves a treasure chest. Now these love these. These provide copious amounts of ribbon. All the locals, these provide copious amounts of ribbon. Now we found ourselves.
Okay, we'll use that one right there. Oy! Let's bring this on over. Here. Okay. So I gotta do this, and then we gotta go back in here, and let's boop. Boop, boop, boop. Like that. Very good. Bring this down in case I need to move it, and we'll just go ahead and position this. Right about here. Something like that.
Oh my, it's so stupid. Now we found ourselves a
treasure
chest. Now these can be found. All these provide amounts of ribbon.
Okay. And then this is the red. This is red. I think this.
Sometimes the environment around the island turns red. I don't fucking know why. The environment around the island turns red. I don't fucking know why. Now sometimes the environment around the island turns red. I don't fucking know why. The island. And sometimes the environment around the environment.
Okay, we got this one, and then I'll just bring this over here. Let's use that one. That one seemed good. Good enough. Okay, let me bring this down. And then where's my other standing one? This one. Can I paste this fusion? thing on over.
Now,
Is that gonna work? Fusion effects.
sometimes.
Okay, we'll just run it through again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just trying to get a good frame here. Maybe something like right here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Saw a little something going on around here. Right here is little ghost. Little ghosty. That didn't save this one. Please. Okay. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Just a couple frames, but noticeable enough for me here. Yep, caught that one. Okay. Looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead. Let's bring it around here or so. Okay, let's get a more static image here, or static frame. You see this. Try to catch that while it's there. Another ghost. Can I get in there? No. Okay. Hopefully no more. I saw another one. I feel like every time I get rid of one, more pop up. That seems to be the case. I could. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's as good as this one will get, like that. I'm gonna just turn that down a little bit. Bring this in.
The environments around times.
Oh boy. Oh boy! There's something going on right there. There are some other workarounds I could do, and I'm kind of hesitant to try to fix it this way, but if I do fix it this way, let's see if it breaks anything. This is reflecting off the green screen there. So if I catch it about right here on this frame. It's reflecting that green, that pure green. F it. We're just gonna manually fill this bitch in. Saw another one. Right here. Right there. Yeah, it's reflecting the green right there. That's so funny. I usually don't wear my watch when I do these for that reason, but I wore it today. For some reason. Don't know why.
Now sometimes I don't fucking know why.
Okay. Okay, now this one I probably won't finish out tonight. This one I'm gonna have to edit out some more in the future, but this is the ending scene.
beauty is in are so ugly. Oh, ugly as fuck. Ugly that they only so ugly that they only are so ugly.
It should be pretty quick. We'll see how it plays out. Let's just get the basics of it laid out first, right? Because I wanted this to hit. So right about here is where I want this to hit at the end over here. So
now they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
It's not gonna work out very well.
Are ugly as fuck. But these things are ugly as fuck. But these things.
Okay, so that's the problem.
These things are ugly as fuck.
You know, I could actually cut it out right about here. It's a really quick freaking frame right here, so we'll see how that looks. But I'm just gonna keyframe myself off the screen. I forgot. I need to grab the ends over here. Like that. Okay, so we're basically right here. And then we're off the screen here. Pretty much. So let me go back in here too and just get this pretty much situated like so.
Fuck.
Do this. Okay. I think I have an asset somewhere of where I'm screaming from the fishing video. I don't know if the sound's gonna have that same sound. A different microphone. It's gonna have a different sound for sure. But I could always just go and re-record it again at some point. Okay, fishing project. Surely I saved it somewhere. Fishing. And then I definitely have, let's go intro, and then just gotta find the asset now. I think it's in here. Kev noises. We have Kev noises. Kev noises. We found Kev noises. What is this? It's a beep. Okay, Kev noises. I have a Kev noises thing right here. So let's.
Fish and final fish and final
So Sorrel's hitting me, right? So Sorrel's hitting me, right? So let's use this one. We can use this one. Right, we're just gonna start layering some sounds right here. Okay, so we have that. Let's grab this one. me change the clip speed of this by about 75% maybe. And then I have the last one, and we can just play around with this one. I don't think I brought it. I don't think I brought it in. It's this one. We'll see. Okay, so we'll see how this one looks. All I need to do is pretty much... All I need to do is come in here and pretty much just green screen. Okay, let's find... Let's just grab this one for now. Let's grab this one. Something like that. And then we just go in Fusion, and we'll just do the thing. It's gonna be super small, so it doesn't have to be, like, really good. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Because it's just gonna be really small in the background. Let's make it better. Then we're right about here, so okay. And then I'm just gonna grab this and we'll throw it in here, and I'm gonna make this super freaking small. It's gonna be super small. Wait, let's grab it from here. And then okay, let's or I just, you know, take this and reverse. We just reverse the speed here. Let me get one of those. How long is it? Oh, this one. This is the one I used in the video, the fishing video. I'm pretty sure. This. We'll use that one. Just use that one. Technically, I don't need this. Okay, so what I'll do is just have a Kev starting from about here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. That's okay. We'll just rotate. So that's little Kev over there. This will be a super rough cut. Super rough cut. Probably needs to be a little bit smaller. TBH. We'll start from here and then we'll just go. It's got to be kind of quick, I think. So we'll go from here. What if we do it like this many frames? And then we'll go all the way down here. So technically, I'd also be getting a little bit smaller too, or something like that. That's gonna be super quick. I don't know if anyone's gonna catch it, but if you catch it. And what we'll do here is, let me just grab this and this, and I can just go ahead and cut out a little polygon right around here. I wish there was, let me invert this, yeah. You can just do a nice little polygon around the terrain over here. Nothing too crazy. We'll just put a nice little blur on it so it's not too noticeable. Right, we'll just do something like that. We want all of this in here, pretty much. I'll even just grab some of this tower, just so I have this, right? Because maybe it'll look funnier if I put it behind the tower. Some form. There's a lot to... Okay, there's a lot of finer details here because it's also a little bit closer to the camera, so it's a little bit more noticeable, but it's okay. Okay, and then we invert that back, and then let's go ahead and just give it a nice soft edge like that. So let's see. Make this. We could do a manual like zoom in on that area. Right? Okay. So before I render this out as a little test drive, let's go ahead and just throw on some little effects for the vibe that I want for this. Something similar to what I did with the Dawn Trail discussion video, where I kind of just had like a cam recorder thing going on. So we'll do this. The first little thing we'll throw on is, let's throw a camera shake on here. Right? This little camera shake. How come I can't throw you on here? Why are you being difficult? Can I throw one on here? Yeah, this one I can. But this one I couldn't for some reason. I don't know why. Let's do that, and then we can just drag this all the way out. Except for these parts, we'll make cuts.
My name's Kev.
And we want a little bit of motion. Get a little more pan and rotation amplitude.
Oi, crikey. My name's...
Maybe a little bit less pan and rotation.
Kev, and I'm here.
I think I want a larger range of motion.
Oi, crikey.
But less speed.
Oi, crikey. My name's Kev.
A little bit less motion.
Oi, crikey.
A little bit less rotation.
Oi, crikey. My
A
name's
little bit less
Kev,
rotation.
and I'm here on the occult
bit less pan.
crescent, a mysterious island. And behind me...
Let's get some zoom in there too.
Oi, crikey. My name's Kev, and I'm here...
We'll just do some super basic stuff. There are these freaking little... Do I want one of these? Camera looking things? What does that look like? Digital glitch. What does that look like?
On the occult crescent.
Can I throw this bitch on here or no? Let me bring this down. We have the camera shake as the penultimate one.
Boy, crikey.
Oh, that's a lot actually going on in there. I don't want that much. No digital glitch. They have these like basic looking kind of things here.
Oi, crikey.
Actually, technically, you'd want this on top of this.
My name's Kev, and I'm here on the occult crescent, a mysterious island. And behind me is a big lion made of stone. Mysterious island.
Yeah, I don't think I want that. I don't want that. Let's just throw in I film look creator here. Why can't I put you on here? Why can't I put you on here though? I could put it on here.
Colt Crescent, a mysterious island. And behind me is a big lion made of stone with big wings. Ain't that some Now this island is home.
I don't think I need... Oh, it'd be kind of funny if we did one of these. That's okay. Let's go here. I just wanted to throw in... Okay, I don't necessarily need this. I could keep it, but... I think what I just wanted was... What's that? You know what it probably was? I probably did it in Fusion. We'll go in Fusion, and let's do... Glitch. That's what it was. Glitch bars? Yeah, some glitch bars, maybe?
Now this island...
But this looks... Oh no, okay, hold on. I don't think it was... The glitch bars, per se? Or maybe it was. It probably was. It's been a hot second. Okay, I think it... Okay, let's throw these back in. Oh, it was the line intensity. I think the line intensity is a little bit too much. A little too much going on there. Bar.
Bags of giant...
I think I just wanted something more like that. And I think it's the smear. We don't necessarily need.
Bad. Oi, crikey. My name is with big wings. Ain't that some Now
it's a little bit laggy right now. You know what? I'm gonna leave it like this for now.
Home to many mysterious creatures, like this big-ass capitalistic tortoise.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna render this out and just let's do this. Some gaps right there. Gaps right there. Gap right there. And then here, we'll just do a nice manual zoom.
Are ugly as
We can start it off about here or so. I'm gonna do... I gotta turn this one off because it's so freaking laggy. Just to give it a little bit, It's gonna give it a little bit of a pre. Let me move this over a couple keyframes. This little snap and zoom up. To about like here or so. Okay, so what I want is this to need to give this a little bit more breathing room. A lot more breathing. Oh, I gotta copy this over here too. That's what it is. And then I can hit the curves later. And I think that means I can probably make myself a little bit smaller here, TBH. It might be kind of nice if I gave this a little bit more breathing room, maybe. That. This something's funky is going on over here. We delete these ones. Just move these over a little bit more. It's the curves. I gotta get the curves better. Well, we'll do that next time.
Are ugly as fuck.
And then I just gotta cut this. And then if I really wanted to, okay, I'll probably do it eventually. So let's just add a quick little adjustment clip right in here. And we'll just throw in a nice little camera shake again on this. Little camera shake. A lot, it doesn't, you know, smaller impact, but you know what? I'm gonna keyframe this one. It's already here. Keyframe this, keyframe this. We go here, and then we just small motion, but more speed. Maybe more motion here, more speed, a lot more speed. We'll just end it with a longer beep here. yeah, okay, that's the opening skit, the opening intro. We, you know, the pieces are there, right? Pieces are pretty much there. I'm pretty pleased with it so far. I'm glad we're able to knock a good portion of this out. What time is it right now? 11:30. 38. Damn. Okay. That's the hardest part of the video, right? It's always it's the most technical part. So we got this one pretty much out of the way. We'll just go, you know, make it look nicer at a certain point, right? But voila, I'm gonna render this out for myself, and I'll just review it tonight. And yeah. Glad I got that one figured out. I was kind of stuck for the longest time trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do for the intro to this. What am I doing right now? That's right. I moved everything over here to this folder. Not everything, but keeping project files here, so maybe I'll keep this here too. Occult, Crescent, intro, rough. Call it rough. We say rough for everything. But yeah, I'm glad, because I for the longest time, like even as I started scripting out the video, I didn't know what I was gonna do for the intro, or the intro opening skit. Then it came to me one day. I was sitting here and it came to me. Figured it out. Even bought myself a nice little hat on Amazon that I'll use for hikes at some point. Probably a nice little sun hat right there. Okay, y'all. Well, thank you for keeping me company as I did some editing today, you know. 11:40. I will be heading off, and perhaps tomorrow I'll be back to do some other stuff, or perhaps more editing. I don't know. I'm feeling good about this project. I started a lot earlier on this project than I usually do, right? I usually take a long time between projects, but we hopping on this one pretty quick. We got a lot of the TikToks and stuff are going, so you know, we're productive every day. We're posting a little something here and there every day. Oh, I need to, okay, the next time we have a lot of people on stream, I need to, and I could put something in Discord too. I need your guys' help to come up, because right now the highlight channel is just called Kev Was Here Highlights, which is fine. But I thought of two names that we could name it to. One of them is something I've always thought about, and another one I thought about, or just kind of came up with the other day. So we'll talk about that. Just give it a little bit more personality. So I'll bring that up next time. Y'all have a good Sunday. Enjoy your time. Okay? I'll be back. Good night. Bye, Noel.